Sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and accept when you're wrong. I've been thinking that Morgan Gibbs-White would definitely sign for Spurs, and I've been giving Nottingham Forest fans fearful stick. I've accused them of acting like a tiny club over this triggered release clause. And at the end of the day, all it shows is money talks, and Marinakis got the better of Daniel Levy, and Nottingham Forest fans can rightly feel jubilant tonight. Here it is, the announcement tweet as put out by Nottingham Forest, a statement of intent from our owner Evangelos Marinakis as Morgan Gibbs-White signs a record deal at the club until the summer of 2028. Well, fair play, they got him to sign his deal. I think Marinakis is writing the copy for Nottingham Forest's tweet. I've never seen a club tweet that it's a record deal in wages. And like I said, I fall on my sword. I got this one totally wrong. But if I was Nottingham Forest fans, I wouldn't be that delighted because it's literally only a 1-year extension, which means basically I'm pretty sure Gibbs-White will be leaving next summer. However, I don't think he'll be to Tottenham. I think most likely to Manchester City. I can't deny it. I'm not going to pretend that I'm not absolutely gutted. I am. I really thought Morgan Gibbs-White would suit Tottenham Hotspur down to the ground. We need that creativity down the middle. He is a fantastic footballer. And any Spurs fans you see tonight saying that Morgan Gibbs-White isn't very good, I think it's sour grapes. Nottingham Forest and Mad Marinakis have pulled one over Daniel Levy here, and Levy is now going to be under enormous pressure to bring in at least one huge name in the next week or two, because Tottenham fans are already throwing their toys out of the pram. You've got to say fair play to Marinakis, the first chairman that I know of who has gone against a release clause that he put into a contract of one of his players that was then triggered, refused to let his player go, and then presumably just offered Morgan Gibbs-White more and more and more money over the last 2 weeks until it got to a number that Gibbs-White could not refuse. I imagine it's somewhere between £200,000 and £250,000 a week. I wonder if that's the kind of money that could get Forest into PSR trouble down the line. I think at the very least, other Nottingham Forest players, for instance, let's say Callum Hudson-Odoi, will now go into Marinakis' office and say, well, I think I should be on a lot more money too. So short term, really good for Forest fans. I wonder if it might get them into a little bit of financial instability further down the line. But in reality, I have to say as a Spurs fan, I'm totally gutted about it. And like I said, I hold my hands up. I was wrong. I gave Forest fans a lot of stick, and you've got to be able to take it as well as give it. So get in my comments, guys, and abuse me at will.